What is up YouTube, I'm Royal and I'm back with another Wild Rift video. Today we're playing Tryndamere. However, we're taking a lot of inspiration from INTING SION and playing INTING TRYNDAMERE. Oh, Garen's being really annoying level 1. Level 1 I like to just come between the turrets and just proxy the wave, but oh, he's flashing on me. Well, it's not an issue because I can just ghost heal away, so I'm not going to be able to proxy the wave, but that's fine. Okay, so Garen's actually chasing me, which is really good because he's missing minions at their turret. And we're just gonna go clean up those minions. But yeah, level 1 I usually like to proxy farm. However, if the enemy comes and tries to stop me, I just heal ghost and run back to my lane. So I've been spamming this build after taking a lot of inspiration from INTING SION on a Smurf account. And I'm actually just winning every single game with it. I'm steadily climbing. We're in Platinum now with a 90% win rate. And I want to see if I can get this account and this strategy to Challenger or even higher. So in the early game, unlike INTING SION, I'm not just going to run into the turret, right? The turret has platings and they're not very easy to take. So what I like to do is to just chill, farm up, avoid trades as much as possible, until I get my core items. And when I have my core items, I can 1v1 turrets. I just go to start hitting the turret with no minions, and after you get the 2.5 to 3 items, you can half health a turret with just your HP and your ulti. So the goal is to just chill out and farm until we get a little stronger. Then my whole mission will be running around the map, taking turrets and taking inhibitors. That way, the super minions will be constantly pressuring the enemy team, while my team can easily take the objectives, like the Baron, like the Dragons, the Elder. Kinda wanna base if he doesn't stop me. Okay, he does. I just wanna go and push this wave out, and then base. I don't care if he's hitting me, I'm just gonna hit the minions, and I'm gonna ghost away. I have my ulti now too, so I'm safe. Garen is actually a very annoying champion to do this against. Because, actually I don't want to take this word. Garen is a very annoying champion to play against because he's very good at defending the turrets. However, later into the game, when his wave clear isn't as strong, it's gonna be easy to do it. Oh, he tried to ult me, so I'm gonna have to ult. I don't know why he barriered. We're gonna get out of there and go for our boots first. So you gotta stick with this plan. Ideally, you don't want to be increasing your KDA. I don't want to have high KDA. I also don't want to place any wards. Because you obviously, when you play INTING strategies, you want to make sure that your stats are not too good. So that your team ends up being a little better than the enemy team. And that's the advantage that allows this strategy to work in the first place, right? This is also why I need to do this on a new account. If I did this on my main account right now, whew, I would not be winning a single game. So this is perfect. When the enemy Baron laner gives you a chance, go for it, take turret platings and do some turret damage. So the Garen's a little late to lane, maybe waiting on an item or maybe roaming, but that gives us an opportunity to do a lot of turret damage. And every single time that the turrets are under the turret, you can use that as an opportunity to hit the turret. It doesn't matter if he hits you, it doesn't matter if you die. What matters is that you're maximizing your damage onto turrets. So whenever the minions are under the turret, just to run straight at the turret and do damage. Because it's gonna allow you to triple the damage you usually do to turrets. So never waste an opportunity to hit the turret with the minions under it. It doesn't matter if you go down for it. All you need to know is that it allows you to do a lot of turret damage. So Tryndamere works so well with this strategy because of how much AD he gets freely from his first ability, so he does a lot of damage, and his ulti allows him an extra 6 seconds of hitting the turret without being able to go down. And Phantom Dancer just does it works so well, right? Because Phantom Dancer stacks on turrets. So once you get a Hold Breaker and Phantom Dancer, you have so much AD and attack speed just to wail on the turrets. So we're gonna go base and start building towards our Hold Breaker. We did start with boots, which SION doesn't do obviously, but you want to be mobile with Tryndamere. Okay, so my jungler just went down and I see the enemy jungler topside. This gives me a great opportunity to get the Rift Herald. And if I'm able to get this Rift Herald, it's gonna be so good for my split pushing. I should be able to get even a tier 2 turret. Yep, so it looks like Echo has gotten the dragon. Garen's not here to disturb us, so that means that we can get a free Herald. Kha'Zix's also not here because keep in mind that we won it, so Kha'Zix's smiting it. Oh, need to make sure we take from this Diana, so we're gonna wait before we hit the eye. Perfect. Yeah, because we don't want our jungler to get it, right? We want to be the ones to get it, so we can use it for split pushing purposes. So now I want to destroy this turret before my Rift Herald goes down. Yeah, it's a little annoying. I'm just gonna... see if I can proxy the wave here. And let my wave crash under the turret, and then I can go get the turret. Okay, so that kind of worked. The wave's still not under it, I'm just gonna go. Okay, as long as it's under it for the proc. Okay, good. So it was under it for the turret breaker proc. Forgot what the rune is called. It's the main rune of the strategy. The inspiration rune that does damage to turrets. You guys know what I'm talking about. Turret destroyer or something like that. Collapse. Something like that. And we're not too worried about our turret, to be honest. But now the enemy turret... we kind of need to wait for like 7:30 when the plates fall, and then it's super easy for us to just go and one-shot the turret. I think we can get even without ult, because it's so low HP. So no minions, no ult, we can probably take that turret, and then we can herald. So that's kind of the play we want to go for. But until then, we just want to make sure we're clearing the minions. We have a lot of sustain with our first ability on Tryndamere too. Oh, that's annoying. Maybe we can escape here? No, I think we're gonna go down to the Echo. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We're playing INTING TRYNDAMERE. Eventually, we're gonna get a few deaths. I'm trying to get them too early into the game because I don't want to give the enemy team that big of a gold advantage early on, right? So you want to be a little careful with how you give those deaths, especially those first few deaths, because that's when you actually give gold. After your like 4th or 5th death, you give like less than 100 gold, I think. So it's not a big deal. But the first few deaths actually give a lot of gold. So you don't want to give them up right away. You want to try to not int at the beginning of the game and start inting later down the line. Because like that big of an early gold lead is just insane for the enemy team. So we're just going to go and hit the minions. And now we can actually get the turret. And then we can immediately run to the next one with a Rift Herald. Hopefully Garen will stop being so annoying. The best part of those about the strategy is when the enemy champion actually leaves you alone and tries to roam instead of defending. The moment he does that, it's over. So I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna ruin my rune yet. You see how I didn't use it? I kind of waited for it. I'm just gonna ghost away from him, heal away from him, and now we're gonna hit the turret. Take the turret. I'm still keeping up the rune. Yeah, it's not going to be useful now, but I still try to give up the rune. If I don't need to take a tower, I just don't use it and I let the minions finish it off. But in this case, it doesn't matter because it'll come off cooldown next time I need it. Okay, so we've destroyed the first 2 turrets and the next one is the inhibitor turret. So ideally, I want to get the minions under the turret and then I will instantly be able to take it. However, that's not always realistic. A lot of the times, I will need to just go and start hitting the turret by myself. Now we're not doing so well. My team's not doing so well. It's 11 to 18 right now. But keep in mind that I've given like 3 free kills. So it would be like realistically now it's like 12 to 15. Technically. Without me just inting. Okay, so this is actually really good. Garen is roaming. And that might give us an opportunity to actually get the inhib turret. Yeah. We're so fast at pushing these minions, right, that they have no time to defend if they're in a fight. Another thing I like about Tryndamere, she's so fast at taking these minions. Oh, I think, yep, the inhibitor turret is pretty much down. Because now, once the minions are under it, it's done. Look how much damage I've already done to it. 1000 with my proc. There we go. So another awesome thing you can do about Tryndamere, and this is a mechanic I haven't mastered yet, is that you can utilize his passive. So his passive gives a bunch of attack speed. If you attack an enemy champion, you get a bunch of attack speed for like 6-7 seconds. So when you're hitting turrets and somebody's like hitting you and you're on your ult, do one node attack on the enemies and then continue hitting the turret. And that's gonna give you like 70% attack speed while hitting the turret. So we get the first inhibitor, and now we're gonna go on the opposite side of the map and get the next inhibitors. So my team is in a fight, and we're not gonna help them. MF is not there, so it is a 4v5 fight. Okay. Kha'Zix actually got someone. No, we're not surrendering, team. I don't care how far behind we are. This strategy is too good to lose. It doesn't matter how far behind you are, because the minions do all the work for you anyway. So now I'm gonna push this turret. The enemies are probably on dragon. And whenever they're doing an objective like that, that gives you so much time to just split push. So I'm gonna immediately hop under the turret. It's fine that we're tanking it. It's actually better because our minions don't die. Okay, unfortunately Zara is here, so we can't... She's blocking the minions, right? Which sucks. So I kinda need to wait for the minions to go under the turret. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they'll be going. I do wanna waste my ult there because I don't think I'd be able to get to the turret. But now that we have our Phantom Dancer as well and the extra attack speed from the Trinity Force component, we're gonna be doing so much turret damage. I think with 2 deaths we can just walk up on the Baron inhibitor turret and just destroy it. But ideally we want to get minions under it whenever possible, right? But even if we don't, it's fine. Okay. Oh. Echo forgot to ult. Maybe he'll CC'd. So my team is still doing fights, but we don't really care. We're not helping them. We're just gonna immediately run to top lane. It's great when my team is fighting as well, because it's distracting the enemy team, right? So as long as they're fighting, I can be split pushing. Like, as long as Garen groups with them to try and help his team, that's his biggest mistake. Because the moment he does that, I get free inhibs, right? So if he stays Baron lane with me, he's kind of wasting his lead. And if he roams... He's not just wasting his lead, but he's not even able to really stop me. I will still be hitting the turrets like this. Oh, the main actually went under it. That's perfect. I get my attack speed from Garen. Oh, I actually got slowed. But I do have a bunch of attack speed from my passive. And I'm able to get the turret. So, Garen is trapped between a rock and a hard place. He can either sit top lane and try to stop me, which he won't do. I will slowly take the turret anyway, even with him there. So I'm a net positive to my team. Or he will try and group, which is what he's mostly been doing. And take down my team as he's doing, because we're 10 kills down and 2 dragons down, even though we're even in gold. Or we're only even in gold because of all the turrets I've taken. So we're 10 kills down, 2 dragons down, and he's helping his team in these fights. However, when he does that, it makes it even faster. I can take the turrets even faster. So we've taken 2 inhibitors so far, and now we gotta get the mid lane one. But now with 2 inhibitors down, they have to deal with the cannon minions, right? So they have less fighting power mid lane. So we just kind of want to wait for the inhibitor to respawn and immediately take that off cooldown. So we can just have cannon minions all the time. We're gonna take the blue buff in the meantime, just to make Echo's life a little harder. Kha'Zix is gonna come take that, that's completely fine with us. So the inhibitor is about to respawn. And the moment it does, oh, they're trying to defend it, they're ready to defend it. But I don't think it's gonna matter. I attack Garen to get the extra attack speed, and I'm just wailing at the inhibitor. Let's see if we can get out. We've popped our ghost, we have our heal still, we still have our ultimate. Yep, and we're able to get out. So not only do we get the inhibitor, we're wasting the time of 3 champions. Which is great as well. When they come to stop you and they fail, it's amazing. Because they're wasting so much time. Actually, I need a little more gold for my Trinity Force. So I'm gonna stay and take this wave. I'm completely safe and fine. And we have our Trinity Force. Now we can just run down mid lane and take on the next turret. Yes, we might be 19 to 13 kills. Yes, the enemies might have 2 dragons over us. But now we have cannon minions pushing from all directions. Okay, Kha'Zix. And the enemy team is constantly under pressure. Now they have constant pressure. Okay, we're gonna immediately just go on the turret. No minions, no problem. Oh, they've actually immediately CC'd me, which is a bit of a problem. However, I've popped my ulti and I'm still wailing on the turret. We do 106 damage per ult attack, and we get quite a few ult attacks. So we only managed to do 1300. However, we got CC'd for quite a long time. So if there's no one there, we can easily 1v1 this turret now. And look at the minions, right? Look at top lane. Look on the minimap. The enemies are in trouble. So the next dragon is spawning in 20 seconds. However, there's minions coming in from both sides. So it's gonna be easy for us to take this objective while the enemies defend. And if they don't defend, right? If they don't defend, that's your chance to just go and end the game, right? Because I'm not gonna group for dragon. So dragon is up. I'm immediately gonna run bot lane. Okay, so it seems like 2 people are already defending. But the reason I run bot lane when the dragon is up is that if the enemies do group for it to go for the soul dragon, then I'll just be able to end the game right here. Okay, so it looks like they're rotating. Garen is rotating. So if they don't come here, I can just end the game. So 2 of my teammates have gone down. Obviously, a little team reliant. Because your team needs to like win these 3v5 fights, right? Yep, 2 enemies here. Now we can just back off. Okay, so our team does win the 3v5 fight, even though 2 people go down. If the Garen and Zyra weren't there, I was just ending. So now we can just immediately go and push mid lane. The top inhib is up too, so we want to take that. But we have minions under turret, and always take the opportunity to destroy turret when the minions are under turret. So we'll take the turret, and now we're gonna run to the inhib. Can we survive? Oh, we barely survive, and we're able to take the inhib as well. Perfectly played. So now there's 1 turret left. I don't want to get greedy and... actually, it doesn't matter. If we die, we die. Let's try to do some damage to the Nexus. So the way the Nexus works, right? It regens HP, however, it has thresholds on 1500 and 2000, I think it's 600 HP. So if you get the Nexus under that, it will only regen up to that stage. So doing Nexus damage is good. However, you don't want to waste your time hitting the Nexus if you're not going to get it under the threshold, because it's going to regen to full, right? So you just need to get the Nexus under the threshold of HP. So Echo is trying his best to split push top lane to kind of like create back that pressure, right? He's stopping one lane from being bombarded with cannon minions because he's destroying them, and he's also split pushing. However, now he's leaving his team in a vulnerable 4v4. Considering that Echo has a lot of their gold too, that's a bit of an issue. But we're gonna be able to quickly stop the split push. We don't really care about him, we just care about destroying the minions so he can no longer push. And then we're gonna go get that mid lane turret. So Elder and Baron is up, right? These are the main objectives that we want to get to end the game. Usually you don't really get the first few objectives if you do the strategy because you don't have inhibitors yet. But now that we've taken inhibitors, my team can easily go to Elder and Baron while the enemy team defends. So you see Rakan defending, Garen defending, MF defending. We're still gonna run straight into the turret, and we're gonna be able to easily take it down. Didn't even need to ult for that one, I just one-shot it. And now we're gonna pop our heal and ghost and run away from them. We're wasting so much of their time too, by the way. We have our ulti up, that's not gonna work. Can we get out? Oof, and we get out. We're wasting so much of their time while all the minions are pushing. Look, they're even hitting the Nexus right now. So I do want to take this inhibitor before I base, if I'm able to, but I have low HP and no ultimate. I really wanted to sneak in there and get the inhibitor. Okay, it looks like Garen's preoccupied with something else. Time to run. Run, run, run. I just want to get the inhibitor before I go down. And we get the inhibitor. Perfectly played. In the meantime, while I'm wasting the time of Zyra, Rakan, and Garen, just because of the minions, my team is able to clean up the Echo, and that should be a free Elder Dragon. So you can see even when my team doesn't play too well, right, the kills are 28 to 40. So even without my deaths, we're behind on kills. So it's not like my team is truly carrying the game. The pressure that I'm creating actually helps them get these objectives and get ahead. Now we're going to be able to get our Sterex Cage, which will give us a bunch of AD and HP. And HP is super important because not only can we survive longer and do damage to turrets, but it also scales with our turret destroying rune, Demolish, right? So Demolish scales with HP and does more damage to turrets. One of the reasons why Sion works so well, right? Because he gets a lot of HP, free HP from his passive from killing minions. But we have a reasonable amount of HP, and that's gonna make us survive even more. But what we do better than Sion is we take turrets way quicker. So our team is able to get a free Elder Dragon, and now they're getting a free Baron because there's no one there to stop them, right? Everyone is preoccupied with the minions. And now once we get the Baron, the game is always just done. I've never lost a game where I've gotten Baron doing this strategy. Because look how strong the super minions are with Baron. Especially when we also have Hullbreaker. Like this super minion is like Superman. It's not going to be able to go down. And once the minions go under the Nexus, we're just going to immediately run at the Nexus. Yep, there we go. All we need to do is now run at the Nexus and end the game. And there's nothing they can do. We have our ulti. We're destroying the Nexus, and that is game. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, leave a like, subscribe for more Wild Rift content.